Good morning, all you beautiful souls out there. I've got another pick a card of the day for you, along with a look into those who have birthdays today and what your wish will be. So we've got Amethyst, Kyanite, and Pyrite. So whichever one is calling to you. I love that Pyrite. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. So if you chose the Amethyst, this is going to be your message, okay? All right, so this is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Some of you guys are working incredibly hard out there, but too hard, okay? It's getting in the way of a lot of other things that need attention right now. This is having a repetitive or boring job that you're not really interested in, feeling like, you're having failure in the direction you're moving in. This is also, it could also be a lack of effort, maybe a lack of confidence, and a lack of commitment for some. I feel that this has a lot to do with, shoddy workmanship, even, or poor quality. You're rushing things at work. You're you're rushing your job, or you're feeling like maybe you're gaining a bit of a bad reputation. This card really represents the workaholic, someone who is not taking care of the other needs, other responsibilities, other pigs of their life. Instead, they're throwing all this energy into something that may not be working. So if you chose this card, you may want to reevaluate the work life. You may want to reconsider where your weaknesses are within your relationships at home or your dealings with finances, because this is showing that things are not going in the direction that they should be. If you are trying to build upon sand, you'll often find that the foundation is never quite sturdy enough. So you're always just sinking back into the same damn hole, and you're like, how do I get out of this hole? Well, you got to start with something new. You got to start putting your energy into something that will work. And also from a financial point of view, you may be overspending, maybe spending money in places that, are not going to actually help you grow. So I do see overuse of finances. As soon as it hits the bank account, boom, it's right back out again. You need to have patience with your finances in order to see them actually grow into something more significant. In relationships, actually, let's start off. If you're single, you may be frustrated. You may be frustrated that you're not seeing anyone new come in, but you're also not putting the effort in. You got to put the effort in order to find that new person. If you want someone to, to call a partner, you've got to put the work in. And in relationships, I see that, the attention in the relationships is not being met. You may be kind of losing yourself within your work life. Doing too much in the work life is causing you to forget who you are in your relationship. And your partner is feeling it, you're feeling the strain, and it's not gelling right. So we gotta switch this up. This is not working for you, okay? All right, so that's going to be your message if you chose Amethyst. Now, if you chose the Kyanite, let's see what's going on with the Kyanite. The Emperor reversed again. All right, some of us are still feeling this energy. That makes sense. Emperor is all about Aries energy, Mars energy, so it makes sense. You're still in Aries season. So some of us are just not quite handling the Aries energy and what the message really is here. This is being a bully, okay? Flat out. Knock that crap off, because you are not making any friends at this point. Or, you could also be dealing with someone who is specifically like this, but this is being mean. This is being a dictator when you're trying to get a message out. You cannot deliver it with anger. If you want something to change, you have to go at it with love, or else, you're missing the point altogether. So go at this with love instead of anger. There's no point in trying to, beat a dead horse. logic is going to overrule any sort of emotional outburst at this time. Okay. I'm also seeing, some of you just not, some of you needing a real wake up call, because this is a real abuse of power. You may be seeing, seeing yourselves one way when the rest of the world is seeing yourself as another. You need to humble yourself. This is coming down to too much aggression. Okay. And being excessively controlling, so way too much control and rigidity, stubbornness, and lack of discipline. Okay. And this comes down to feeling yourself like you have a lack of control over the situation when you don't, boo. You do not have a lack of control here. This comes down to you feeling powerless when you're really not powerless here. Okay, this just is the message. The message needs to come out differently, because you know what you're feeling, but that needs to be put aside so that the logic can take over. And so the words that you're really trying to convey come out stronger. So just switch up the energy flow of your message. Also, those of you in relationships, you need to be a little bit less controlling. You're being too overbearing, expecting too much, and it's because you're feeling like you're out of control. But there's no reason to be this critical, this harsh in your relationship under any means. Restriction. I feel like a lot of you are jealous, having jealousy issues over your partner. If you don't trust yourself, you're never going to trust your partner. If you don't allow the other person to be themselves, the reason you fell in love with them in the first place, then you're always going to have this back and forth. Okay. And some of you, again, those of you that are single, I do see some difficulties here with with feeling out of control or reckless or defiant right now. So you're not able to focus your energy in actually looking for a partner. This card is also coming back through to me. I really feel like if some of you are dealing with alcoholism or, the extremes in your health where you're either working out way too much or way too little and you're eating everything in the kitchen, be sure to be mindful of that, because those are energies that are still going to be quite harmful. So anyway, all right. Looking on to card number 3, if this is the one that you chose with the beautiful pyrite here. The Hanged Man. So this is just the ongoing theme of this day, apparently. We are feeling just out of sorts, feeling kind of trapped, and it may just be a tough day, and we have those, right? Trapped, confined, self-limiting, and having a lot of uncertainty, right? This is a lack of direction and needing release, needing to let go. I think that some of us out there are trying to find a new direction, trying to figure out, okay, what's going to work out for me? Because I feel like everything that I'm doing is not working, that the energy that I'm placing forward is not going where I had hoped it would. And so there's frustration, there's feeling overwhelmed and stuck. But you're not stuck. You're only as stuck as you believe that you are stuck, right? So I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but if you wake up and you say that, you have one bad thing happen in the morning and you're like, well, I guess the rest of the day is ruined, then it will be. You're putting energy into the day being very negative. That's the same way, and it works the same way in reverse. So if you start seeing things as okay, well, that was rough, but it's going to get better, you're going to start changing the flow of energy. You have to be in the driver's seat of your own life. You can't put it on anyone else to do it for you. So you got to take the reins, make sure that you have a clear direction to go into, because you just can't keep going at it the way that you are and hoping that things will change. This is not a direction that leads to anything, better than what you're at if you keep on going the way you're going. I do see needing a new perspective, needing, to restart, a fresh start. So for some of you out there, this may be in your work life as well, feeling like you're at a dead-end job or not getting what you need out of this work experience. And it's like, well, God, I want something more. I want something better. And unless you put the effort in to make it better, it's always going to remain the same. So I would say maybe even shaking it up in the chosen field that you have, doing something new. And for those of you in relationships as well, you may feel that this relationship has run its course. You've gotten everything you can out of it. Or, some may just feel that, okay, well, we haven't been seeing eye to eye for some time. That doesn't mean that the relationship is doomed, right? It just means that we need to start reanalyzing or looking into how we can start changing up this dynamic. How can we see from the other partner's point of view, okay? And for some of you who are single, again, you just may need to try new avenues of looking into different areas of your, of what you can do to find that attraction, to find that partner, because what you're doing right now is not working. All right, so excuse me, gonna be a rough day, looks like, for all of us, but that's okay. Sometimes we have to break things down in order to start over, okay? All right, thanks for checking in. And for those of you who have birthdays today, March 31st, happiest of birthdays. And let's see what your solar return looks like. All right, Ace of Swords. So good stuff. Ace of Swords, all about expansion of the mind, new ideas, new possibilities, justice as well, seeking the truth. This is the year of enlightenment, the year of truth for you. Everything in divine timing. This really comes down to you seeking out your absolute most purest form of self. So I think this is going to be quite the spectacular year ahead of you for sure. There's just so much energy here. And there's so much new determination, new growth, new possibility. For some of you, it could mean new relationships. It could also be, for some of you, maybe dealing with legal issues. And those legalities are really going to come down to a win, a success on your part. So don't be afraid to lean in, right? Even though it's scary, even though it's challenging, it's not impossible. You're only limited, again, by your beliefs. So don't allow yourself to limit any further than necessary, right? Sometimes we have to pull the reins back a little because we're getting too many spiritual messages, too much coming in. But this is about focus, right? This is the year of focus and intensity, making sure that we are moving towards our goal, moving towards our destiny. No more excuses, no more running, no more hiding. This is the year of you. This is the year of expansion. So what you choose to do this year is going to define your life. Don't be afraid of it. I see a lot of travel coming up for some of you. New destinations, old conflicts coming up to the surface so that you can, you can reestablish those connections or break them down further. See, making important decisions as well. Going to be a big year. A big year indeed. Lots of change ahead for sure, okay? All right, and the wish for this year, what's going to be granted to you? Awesome. See, yeah. Some of you, new relationship. That's what I think. That's what I thought. All right. So with the Two of Cups, we have new relationships, new partnerships, new business dealings, new everything, new friendships as well. So a lot of new connectivity. We're really feeling inspired by the ability to connect with those in our circle and those that we haven't met yet. So we're starting to change things up entirely. This is a really great sign for those of you who have been looking for someone new, those of you who have been trying to find a new business partner, and then just some of you who have been looking for some new friends, new social circles. I'm also seeing, when it comes to relationships, a very, very deepened, strong relationship with those that you are single right now. So I do see meeting someone who is rather significant and very giving and open and loving. For those of you who are in relationships currently, this simply means that you may take the next step. Engagement, buying a house together, moving in, married. Or babies. This could be baby time, It's a great card. So I think that, the year ahead is going to be a spectacular one, full of lots of new, exciting adventures, as well as new friendships, new partnerships, and, just gaining back some of that karma, the good karma that you've been putting out there, coming back to you. So not going to be such a difficult year ahead, okay? All right, thanks everyone for joining. Again, I am Tarot with Lyra Moon. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.